Stand up! Vanguard!
What's up, Cardfighters? Ryan here from Vanguard Central, bringing you guys a brand new 7 Seas Granblue Stride deck profile. So it's going to be consisting mainly of the new Stride that just came out for 7 Seas, which is kind of like a new archetype for Granblue. So let's get right into it, guys. We got 4 copies of 7 Seas Night Mist. So he's basically the boss card of the deck. He's the break ride for Granblue, and he has a pretty gnarly skill where you can superior call 2 units if you break ride over him and from the drop zone, and they do both get plus 5k, so that's pretty neat. We run it because he's the boss card for the Stride, and 4 is probably a must in this deck. And then after we got 3 7 Seas Plagiaton. He's the new card from Price Collection. He's another 7 Seas boss monster. Not so much a boss, but he does have a good skill where you can superior ride him from the drop zone. And also when he's placed on Vanguard, you get to bring something back from the dead, and then at the end of the turn it does die. But it's a pretty good card, so we run it at 3 because we do have this 9 grade 3 lineup, which is pretty good because we don't have Cardfighters yet. And next we got 2 copies of Witch Doctor of the Sea Negrable. Negrable is the Legion for this deck, and I think Negrabol's really good just because it's a nice late game multi-attacker where you can also, you know, fix numbers and fix columns for, or, you know, get multi-attacks basically. Moving on to our grade 2s, we are running 4 copies of Ruin Shade. Ruin Shade is an amazing card just because it helps you mill and also swings for a good number. Next we got 3 Dragon Corrode Corrupt Dragon. He is redundant, not only, but he does get plus 3k when he's revived, so that makes some pretty nice numbers and can hit Vanguard by himself. And next we have 3 of Witch Doctor's Mate, Dragon Undead Ghoul Dragon, and so he has a neat skill where when he's revived, he gets an on-hit skill of retiring something. So it adds a little bit of pressure in his deck, which it kind of needs. And then 1 of our super awesome Commodore Blue Blood. He's the 10k vanilla. You can run like a little bit more, but unfortunately we only had 1. But it's still good because in front of Sea Strolling Banshee, it does make a nice 16. Moving on to our grade 1s, we are running the awesome Sunny Smile Light Elemental. Just kidding, it's not Smile, it's just Light Elemental, Sunny. But it is the Cray Elemental Perfect card. We don't have the Granblue Perfect cards yet just because they're very expensive, hard to get, and also they are not out yet.
No, because you sold them.
I did sell them. And next we got 3 copies of Sea Strolling Banshee. We only need 3 just because it is a low number because it is a 6k. And so you want to be able to push a little bit more numbers in this deck, and since we are only running 1 Commodore Blue Blood, you can basically revive him a little bit, but you can't get carried away, so that's why we only have 1. And 3 is actually a good number because you get to recycle it at least. And next we got 2 Deadly Nightmare. Deadly Nightmare is there to fix columns. Yes, it does use soul, but because you do end up break grinding a lot and whatnot, you do build up pretty much a good amount of soul. And next we got 2 copies of Boatswain Armin. Armin is the same as Dragon Undead Corrupt Dragon, or Dragon Corrode. They're like all confusing. But he gains plus 3k when he's revived, so he makes a nice number when you do... you get a nice 21 lane if you revive it with behind Ruin Shade or also with Corrupt Dragon. And then 2 of the dandiest guy ever, Dandy Guy Romario. 8k vanillas are also good. It helps stop a little bit of that early game rush, and behind the break ride, which it does swing for 13 if you have the requirement, and also behind Negrable, you make a nice 21k or 31k lane. So that's why I like Dandy Guy. Moving on to our triggers, we are running 10 critical. We're using 10 crit because we want to be very aggressive in this deck. 4 of them being Sea Strolling, or Rough Seas Banshee, where she goes into soul, you get to draw a card. So you get to fill up the soul for a lot of cost, so that's why you want to max that out. And 2 copies of Performing Zombie. Performing Zombie is great in this deck just because it's Captain Night Kid. He basically the same skill when it's placed on rear guard, check top 10, and add something to the drop zone. So you get to do the selective milling. So you get the cards that you need in the drop zone. And then 4 heal. We run Dr. Rogue because she is super fine. And for our starter, we are running Guiding Zombie. The reason why I'm playing Guiding Zombie over, say, Peter the Ghosty is because Peter the Ghosty does take up a counterblast, whereas Guiding Zombie you get a nice milling for 3 as early as possible. So it beats the speed of, you know, Blaster Dark Abyss or anything like that. But that's why we play Guiding Zombie. Moving on to our G-Zone, we are running 4 copies of the new boss, Loved by the 7 Seas Night Mist. So Night Mist is basically a break ride skill. You counterblast 1 if you have a 7 Seas Heart, and then you get to revive 2, but they do die at the end of the turn. They don't get a power up, but it's still really good because the first stride, it lets you basically have more plays for Granblue, which they don't really have.
You just draw the one that you just put on top.
And then next we have basically any Cray Elemental, because any other G zone, or G unit, I mean, is kind of like whatever. The other Fighters Collection double R for Granblue, same skill almost as Night Mist, but it's not as good because you have to call over Occupied Rearguard, so I don't run it. So basically you can run Madus for the Legion play, or you can run Atmos or any other Cray Elemental basically. So that rest of the G zone doesn't really matter because all you'll be doing is Night Mist. So thanks for watching, guys. That was our Granblue 7 Seas deck profile. Let us know what you guys think down below. Leave a like, it helps out a lot, guys. Comment below if you guys have any questions, and subscribe if you guys want to see some more. Vanguard Central, out.